Hi, hello. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about EDISU Pavia. The 2025-2026 call for applications is currently open, and I'm going to share with you all that you need to know before sending the application. Hi, hello. My name is Anne, and if this is your first time of coming across this video, any of my videos, or chancing upon this channel, please kindly subscribe. So, what is EDISU Pavia? So, is that of the regional scholarship for students going to the University of Pavia. So, if you're going to any other university in Italy, please do not apply for this scholarship. And take note, you need admission at the university, or you should have at least applied to the university to apply for the regional scholarship. Who can apply? Students going for bachelor's degree, masters of unique cycle, PhD, or courses of specialization. General scholarship benefits, it comes with stipends, accommodation, daily meals, possibility of tuition reduction or exemption, and international mobility. But then the international mobility starts from second year and above. Now let's talk about the requirements. So all regional scholarships in Italy are based on two requirements: the economic requirements and that of the merit. Okay, so for that of the economic requirements, students are supposed to present that of an ESE not above 26,306.25. So it should be lesser than or equal to this amount. And then that of the value of their assets and properties and everything, it should not be above 57,187.53. If the student should exceed even one of these conditions, the student cannot apply for the scholarship, or he or she will be disqualified. The next requirement has to do with the merits, and for that of the merit, for students going for bachelor's degree, okay, courses without entry test, they are required to have 30 credits if they are going for bachelor's. Single cycle master's degree, they need 30 credits, and master's degree, they need that of 30 credits. Okay, for those going for courses with entry test, for bachelor's degree, they need the same credits as required. So that's what you should take note of. What you should also know is for those going for their first year, the credit is calculated ex post. So that means for you to renew the scholarship, that is when they're going to require this credit. So when it comes to for you to get the second part of the scholarship money and for you to renew the scholarship, that is when they're going to require this credit from first year students. For those in the subsequent years, if someone is in the second year and going for a bachelor's degree, in their second year, they are required to have 35 credits to renew the scholarship. Third year, they need 80 credits to renew the scholarship. If they, extend that of their studies for various reasons, maybe due to their thesis or they went abroad for Erasmus or anything like that, for the extra semester, they need 135 credits to renew the scholarship. Then for single cycle masters, second year they need 35 credits, third year 80 credits, fourth year they need 135 credits, fifth year 190 credits, and then last semester they need 245. Then specialization course, master's degree program of 2 years. For that of the second year, they need 35 credits to renew. Then the extra semester, they need 80 credits. Then courses with entry test, you can see the requirement is the same for second year across board, but then for third year, it's 88 credits, okay, across board, except that of master's degree in specialization course, because there's no third year with that one. Then for that of the last semester, you can see it's 88 for master's degree, then in specialization, then 329 for those going for single cycle masters. So this is the extra semester. 269 for sixth year, 209 for fifth year, 148 for fourth year, 88 for third year. Then it goes across like that for the single cycle master's degree of 5 years. So this is of the 6 years, and this is for 5 years. Then for postgraduate courses, you can see specialization courses, necessary requirements for admission. Then PhD, the same necessary requirements for admission. Now let us talk about the scholarship amounts for this academic year. So the scholarship amount is based on the EZTA that you're going to for. Okay, so it's based on that, and then the category of students that you'll be. So is it you are an in-seat student, out of town student, or that of a commuter? So all of this will depend on the amount that you're going to get. If you do fall between the first bracket, that's between 0 to 13,153.13. The second bracket from 13,153.14 to 17,537.50. Then the third bracket is 17,537.51 to 26,306.25. Now let's talk about the scholarship amounts in detail. So if you happen to be an on-site student, so it means you live in the vicinity where the course takes place, and you fall between the first income bracket, then you'll be getting 2,545 euros plus free meal per day for a total of 3,357. Then if you fall in the second income category, then you'll be getting 2,115 plus a free meal per day for a total of 2,927. If you fall in the third income bracket, then you'll be getting 1,286 plus a free meal a day of a total of 2,098 euros. If you happen to be a commuter and you fall in the first bracket, a commuter means you live away from the seat of the course, but then it's not so far away. By public transport, is between 45 minutes to 90 minutes. Okay. If you happen to fall in the first income bracket, then you'll be getting a total of 4,717 with, that of the daily meal. And the amount you'll be getting will be 3,905. Second income bracket, you'll be getting a total of 4,102 with that of the inclusion of the daily meals. Then third income bracket, you'll be getting a total of 3,229 euros. Then if you happen to be an off-site student, I'm going to explain to you how you can be an off-site student. So to be an off-site student, from where you live, your residence, to the seat of the course, it should be beyond 90 minutes by public transport. If you happen to be an off-site student and you fall in the first income bracket, you'll be getting 7,258 plus free daily meals, and with a total, it will become a total of 8,070. Second income bracket, you'll be getting 6,205. With the daily meals, the total will be 7,017. Then the third income bracket, you'll be getting 4,919 plus free daily meals, making a total of 5,731 euros. Okay. Then off-site students who are awarded a placement in the college or residence hall. So if you do happen to get accommodation with a EDISU, then they're going to take their cost of accommodation from the amounts that you'll be getting. So that means you'll be getting 4,472. Okay. If you happen to be in the first income bracket, then that of second income bracket, you'll be getting 3,419, and the third income bracket, you'll be getting 2,133. Now, what is the condition for increment for female students enrolled in STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics? There's going to be that of an increment of 20%. And then also for students who are enrolled in more than one study courses, they will also be, their scholarship amount will attract 20% increment. Now let's talk about the documents required for the scholarship. If you happen to be within Italy, what you're supposed to do is to go to the CAF office for them to calculate ISEE. So the normal ISEE that we have, they want a calculation that focuses on access to university benefits. Once you go to the CAF, they are going to calculate that for you. For foreign students, as you can see here, it stated that all foreign students whose family unit is abroad and all Italian students residing abroad must submit original hard copy documents in order to allow EDISU to calculate their ISEE equivalent. Stating officially, the documents must state the composition of the family unit, including the student, other family members, and any person officially residing with the family unit, indicating date of birth and then the nature of the relationship, the gross income received abroad in 2024, or an unemployment statement referring to 2024 for each adult member of the family unit. Then the number of any buildings owned abroad by each adult member of the family unit as of 31st December 2024, including surface measurement in square meters, or a document stating that no member of the family unit owns a property. Then the amount of any movable assets, bank balance, shares, bonds owned by each adult member of the family unit as at 31st of December 2024. Okay, bank statement of December 2024 with the indication of the balance and possible documentation of financial investments dated to December 2024. The above documents must be issued by competent authorities in your home country in which the income was made, and then in which any buildings and financial assets are owned. It must also be legalized by the Italian diplomatic authorities acting in that country, together with an Italian translation certified by the same authorities. For students coming from countries that are members of the Hague Convention, the authentication can be performed by using an apostille. For countries where EDISU knows that it's particularly difficult for you to get this document to be certified by the local Italian embassy, as an alternative, an original certification of income and assets owned can be submitted in the Italian language by the diplomatic or consular representation in Italy of the foreign country. In no case whatsoever will any form of self-certification, substitute statement, affidavit, or sworn declaration referring to income and assets abroad be accepted. Failure to submit the original hard copy of the required documentation, that is the one needed for the calculation of the equivalent ISEE, within the deadline set out in this notice, it will result in exclusion from the scholarship. Okay. Students coming from particularly poor countries, for you, you're supposed to revert to the Italian consulate in your home country, and then your consulate is going to issue to you a document which states that you are not known to come from high income family or a family of high social status. Now, important notice for students with income and assets overseas. After confirming the online application, foreign students whose family unit resides abroad and Italian students residing abroad must attach in electronic file form as PDF copies of the documentation listed in what I just spoke about in the upload document foreign documentation section in the student online services area. So in your personal area, you're supposed to upload this document. The document must be legible. The original hard copies of the same documents must be submitted to EDISU by no later than Monday, September 15, 2025, by hand to the office courier via Calatafimi 11 Pavia, or by postal service. The shipping costs are paid by the student by the same deadline previously indicated to EDISU Pavia. So you're going to send it by post, and the via is going to be Sant'Enodio 26 26 27100 Pavia, Italy. Delivery of the above mentioned original document is responsibility of the student. We recommend that you keep any proof of dispatch document or receipts as evidence in case of later problems with the shipment. Okay. Photocopied documents will not be accepted or evaluated. You're supposed to send original documents to EDISU. Okay. To be considered an off-site student, I already explained earlier, you're supposed to leave. Your location should be far away from the where your course is taking place by over 90 minutes, okay, by public transport, okay. And then you should also be getting an accommodation around where your course is taking place for a period of at least 10 months, by which you're supposed to submit the documents to EDISU for you to get the amount stipulated for accommodation. If you do get accommodation with them, then if you do get accommodation with them after meeting the requirements as an offsite student, then that is fine. But then if you do get your own rental contract, or you do get your own private accommodation and you want to be recognized as an offsite student, then you're supposed to submit the rental contract to them by the stipulated deadline. Students from off-site municipalities or from foreign countries will only be registered as off-site in the final ranking list if they submit by no later than 6th of November 2025 document to EDISU certifying that they have secured paid accommodation for this academic year. Then let's talk about the payment of the scholarship. The first installment of the scholarship, equal at least 50% of the value of the scholarship, will be recognized or liquidated by 31st of December 2025. In any case, only after the student has fulfilled the requirement indicated in the following paragraph. Okay. Then the second installment, corresponding to the remaining value of the scholarship, will be paid starting from May 2026, when EDISU ensures that the student has achieved within the maximum deadline of 10th August 2026 at least the number of credits already indicated. I've already spoken to you about the credits required. Then scholarship for students enrolled in years following the first installment will be paid in services. Okay, free access to canteens from 1st January 2025 to 31st of December 2026, and free accommodation if the student has been allocated a place in an EDISU college as an off-site student. The recognition of the first installment will happen by 31st of December 2025. The second installment of the scholarship will consist of a cash payment equal to 50% of the total value of the grant minus the value of the services fee already received with the first installment. The payment will take place starting from March 2026. Okay. Then the third installment of the scholarship will consist of a cash payment equal to the value of the scholarship not already liquidated with the first two installments. And then the third installment of the scholarship will be disbursed by EDISU by June 2026. Okay. Now, to receive the payment, you're supposed to enter your IBAN code or that of your bank account data in your reserved area, okay, your user profile, and you're supposed to confirm that he or she is not the recipient of other scholarships incompatible with one issued by EDISU Pavia. Okay. Only after completing these steps will you be able to receive the scholarship's amount. Then there are some cases of incompatibility. The student has applied for a scholarship as enrolled in a year of doctoral course. Okay. Then the student has applied for a scholarship with MyChi. It is not compatible. Invest Your Talent is not compatible. If you got that of a university scholarship, a full scholarship itself is not compatible. If students achieves the degree before the final ranking list is approved, okay, the student fails to submit to EDISU within the deadlines the documents required for the scholarship, EDISU ascertains that the information declared by the student is not correct. Okay, the student applies to withdraw from their studies or transfers to another university. If the student is withdrawn, if the student is enrolled as an intermediate repeat student, if the student is enrolled in the first year of a bachelor's degree, master's degree, or single cycle master's degree, and does not achieve the minimum requirements, okay, by that of 30th of November 2025 for those currently enrolled, and for those who will be enrolling is going to be for the next year. If the student has not fulfilled by 31st of December the requirement indicated and that for that of the payment, okay, then if the student incurs disciplinary actions of more than a written reprimand for offenses against EDISU or the university. Then revocations and cases of transfer. The grant will be withdrawn from students enrolled in the first year of all university courses, with the exception of students on PhD and specialization courses, if by 30th of November 2026 they have not completed the minimum number of credits set out in the call for applications. And then in the event that the grant is revoked, an amount corresponding to what you have already received from EDISU would have to be paid back to EDISU. Then in cases of transfers, in the event that the student transfers to another university after the start of the academic year, the scholarship application submitted to EDISU will be sent upon a written request of the student by EDISU to the other body managing the regional scholarship in the other university that you move to. But then you only have to write to EDISU and alert them. Then publication of the ranking list. Okay, the provisional ranking list will be made public by October 27th, 2025. Then the definitive ranking list will be presented to all interested parties by 4th of December 2025. How to apply? For you to apply, you have to log on to edisu.pv.it website, and then you follow the link to apply for the scholarship. After having correctly filled in all required fields, confirmation of the online application must be made no later than September 15th, 2025. Okay. Any other form of submitting the application by email or anything like that would not be accepted. I'll be making a video to show you how to apply for the scholarship. Contacts. Okay, so if you do have any form of questions, please reach out to these contacts. You can see their number is stipulated here, and then that of their office hours, and then it's stipulated here that for the submission of foreign documentation, it is only possible to access the offices the via I've already mentioned to you by appointment, and then you must book it through your personal reserved area. And then the person in charge of that receiving documents and everything has been indicated here is Miss Lucia Nora, is the manager of the financial aid office. So if anything, reach out to them directly from your personal reserved area. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm going to see you in another video. Bye.